There are lots of things on your roof that need to be of the same quality. So if you put a 30-year shingle on a roof, you want to make sure the flashings are 30-year too. I'll show you an example. This is a pipe flashing that's not installed in your roof. This is a neoprene seal that seals around the pipe. These are ventilation pipes that ventilate all your plumbing. In a house, if you don't pull air in, you cannot exit water out. So these pipes go through your roof. Generally, they're on the non-visible side of your home, and this neoprene seal is supposed to be sealed around it because these come through your walls, and when this neoprene seal fails, it allows water to go into your interior walls. When you find out about it is either a big stain in your ceiling or the floors buckle behind your toilets, sinks, and tubs, which isn't fun. And so this would be an example of a component that's not matched to the roof. And I'm going to show you an example of a component that is matched to a roof. This pipe flashing, it looks a little different, doesn't it? And the material's different, the base is different, the base is bigger. It can be roofed in a lot better and can withstand high winds and not leak. And when the pipe goes through, this seal here gets another clamp that goes over it, and it actually is a lifetime membrane, and it will not break down in the UV, and it actually has an accordion kind of a shape so that on the slopes it doesn't have a pull side, because these pipe flashings fail because they're either misapplied for the slope that they're on. They're a low slope pipe flashing and they're being put on a steep slope roof. So what happens is the top of the neoprene gets pulled. And boy, after about 10 years of getting really pulled on and a little bit of weather, it fails. So it was actually this way. This is the bottom side. This would have been on the south side of a house where it just got cooked. And see how brittle the neoprene is? It just snaps off and breaks. This is an example of pipe flashing that fails way before the shingles do. And we catch that in a well care checkup. We mentioned the can vents and the things that let the moisture out of your home. We only use metal ones, but in new construction, they like to save about $4 per can vent, and they put on PVC plastic ones. Well, these plastic ones react to the UV over the years, and they just turn into really super brittle. And when the wind moves them, they crack. Some of them just snap right off. And it's a big leak issue. So we check all of your can vents. We check all of your pipe flashings. We check where your skylights are coming through the roof and look at the flashing. We check the actual skylight tops because the seals pull out of the frame of the glass, and there's only two seals. There's an interior seal that we can examine, and then there's the outside one. When the outside one is pulled out and dried out and cracked, it's time to replace the skylight, because the next thing you're going to experience is a lot of water in the middle of a rainstorm coming into your home. And usually skylights sit over big staircases, things that when water comes in, it's going to do a lot of damage. The last thing that we check is we want to make sure that the chimneys are counter flashed. We find a lot of roofing crews, they'll just want to put in the roof to wall flashing. They want to do the step flashing, but they don't want to cut in to the masonry and put a counter flash, which keeps the water from going down into your walls. I don't know why they don't do that. I think it's a time thing to them, but we see a lot of chimneys that aren't counter flashed. And when you're getting 3 1/3 feet of water a year, you need to have your chimneys counter flashed. We also look at the valleys. We look at the ridge caps. A lot of these ridge caps for many, many years were made by a company called Ridge Glass. They're not even the roofing company. The roofing company is Owens Corning, GAF, Elk, Malarkey. They make a shingle, but they weren't making a high profile ridge cap. And I could, if I had one in my hand, I'd show you. But a ridge cap, it looks like this. This is how they come in a box. And they overlap each other. They kind of have a high profile. So let me show you what it ends up looking like. So you have this profile, you see? Now, these are not made by the roofing company, and they don't last as long as the roof does. They'll crack right here. And now what has happened, which I'm very thankful for, is that the roofing companies have started making their own shingle and they are way better designed than these, and they actually last as long as the roofing. And this is an example of the new style. They have a rounded corner, very, very thick material, and look at how, let me see it. Look at how they are a lot heavier duty, and they actually last as long as the shingles. Every roof life replacement gets matched components. Like I said, it's not just the product, it's how they're put together. That's really important, but you also need to match your components. Lifetime pipe, lifetime can vents, lifetime flashings, lifetime ridge, lifetime underlayment, lifetime fasteners, lifetime install. That's a roof life roof, but we manage or maintain 11,000 roofs put on by everybody else, so we're always finding these component failures, and we replace them with brand new components that will go to the life of the roof. And we're able to give you 3-year no-leak warranties on composition and tile, and 5-year no-leak warranties on shakes. So it's that good. We can actually take a roof in a well-care plan, replace the worn out components, the worn shingles, the worn shakes, the worn tiles, and move you forward so your roof's beautiful and it's healthy and it lasts as long as possible.